back. Market transparency and true price discovery are two important priorities of the U.S. Cattlemen's Association. And as Russell Nimitz shares in our Montana Ag Network report, USCA members recently took this message to our nation's capital.
Markets and weather are still the two most important things to farmers and ranchers. And in the area of markets, U.S. Cattlemen's Association board member Justin Tupper from St. Ann, South Dakota says USCA is working hard to strengthen the bottom line of cattlemen and cattlewomen nationwide.
Some of the things that we were definitely working on are some changes to the CME. We'd sure like to see the grading system changed. Our cattle have gotten a lot better. The percentages are a lot higher. So that's one thing. In the price reporting side, we'd like to see that there's a label for non-native cattle. We'd love to get that as a provision in there. So we would at least designate what non-native cattle are. So if in price reporting they're buying some non-native cattle for $1.15 and we have some fat cattle up in the northern tier that we think are premium, that we can hold out for a little more money instead of take the same as some of those non-native cattle.
He says mandatory price reporting is very important to ensuring transparency and true price discovery in the cattle marketplace. And during a recent fly-in to Washington, D.C., discussions with members of Congress as well as Trump administration officials went very well.
Confidentiality is a word we hear a lot out here, and I know you know, and it's enough to drive anybody crazy, and you have to work around it. But those are also some things that we're trying to make some changes for. Once we got up to the Hill, I think when you explain it, and it's very complex when you get into some of this reporting and some of these issues, the groundswell is really good. I think there's a lot of people believe that we need a few tweaks in the reporting. I think people believe it's important, but we also have to make sure that there's integrity in the numbers we get.
And with the recent increase in corn prices because of planting delays, cattlemen and cattlewomen are watching the markets even more closely to see what effects higher feed prices will have on their bottom line. In Billings, Russell Nimitz, MTN News.
And Russell tells us with mandatory price reporting up for renewal in 2020, livestock organizations like the U.S. Cattlemen's Association will be working with Congress and the USDA to make sure this important program continues for livestock producers nationwide.